Welcome to the garden that is looking incredibly fresh and new. Ben and I have been chewing the breeze here, coming up to speed with our now almost entirely new garden. Let's go back to the beginning. We've got a couple of new adjustments here.
Yeah.
Let's kind of do a bit of a tour around and see what's going on here. The broad beans seem to be coming back with a brand new attack.
Yeah, beautiful. They're coming up very beautifully here. You'll see there's a lot of tomato seedlings that I've self-seeded. So this is from the tomatoes that have dropped. The seeds out of the tomatoes are growing here. Unfortunately, it's totally the wrong season for the tomatoes.
You guys are a little confused.
Yeah, exactly. So we actually want to, we'll be weeding these out in the next couple of days just to allow the space for the broad beans to really pick up properly.
Where will we see the beans? How do they exhibit on the plant? Yeah.
Well, we've got quite a long time to wait, actually. I mean, the broad beans will at some point get to about this high, and then, yeah, the beans will be coming off. First we'll get flowers, then we'll get beans, quite nice long beans like that,
cool.
But we'll have to wait to actually see what it looks like.
Man, always the case.
Yeah, and in our winter garden we've got some beautiful coriander, we've got dill, celery, and the cabbages are coming up quite nicely. Also radish and carrots and turnips, and of course it's a really brilliant time of year to be harvesting chilies. The chilies are really in abundance at the moment.
Okay, what kind of chili are we growing here?
This is bird's eye chili. It's sort of a medium to hot kind of chili, and the thing of course with chilies is if you harvest them early when they're on the green side, they're going to be less hot, and the longer we allow them to mature towards the red, the hotter they get.
Okay.
And of course, you know, there's that element of the heat and the variation in heat, but of course taste as well. You know, each chili, once you can get over the heat and you get used to it, each chili really has its own flavor.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. You can really get nuanced with it. In terms of drying out the chili, once you've actually harvested that chili, can it get hotter when you are drying it out? Or does that affect the process in any way?
Yeah, definitely. The part that's the hottest is actually the seeds. Normally when you dry out the chili, then you normally cook with the seeds as well, so that kind of picks up the heat. If you're eating them fresh, you can kind of scoop out the seeds, but personally I like the heat and I like all those different little nuances of the taste.
Yeah, absolutely love it. Of course, a big flavour coming out of Cape Town at the moment, something that seems to be on trend is chili and lime, where you can balance those two out. So we don't exactly have limes growing in our garden, but is a citrus?
More or less, yeah. I mean, we've got the grapefruit and the lemon tree here. The lime is much the same. Really important when it's a great plant to have in the garden. I mean, one doesn't use masses of limes at a time in general. Great for Thai food. In fact, my wife and I cooked a Thai curry on a couple of nights ago, and just that the rind of the lime juice, and then even some of the lime leaves. We've got a lime tree at home. It just makes all the difference, and very easy to grow. Yeah.
How would you prepare? What sort of space do you need? I know we're growing it in a box here, but how do you kind of imagine an orchard of lime trees, not something that you can just grow in your back garden?
Well, it is something you can just grow in your back garden. They grow really well in containers.
Brilliant.
Of course, they'll grow very well in the soil as well, but it is important that it's well-draining soil. So like a clay soil that's going to hold too much moisture, you need to dig a really deep, big hole and fill it with a lot of sand, potting soil that's really, really light.
Loose, yeah.
But if you're growing it in a pot or in the soil, a really good companion is nasturtium. I mean, here we've got nasturtiums growing with our citrus trees. Parsley is another great companion. Is there anything else? Yeah, one of the things, a lot of people kind of mound soil up against the stem of a fruit tree. In general, that's not a good idea, but especially with citrus trees, you want to actually, if anything, create a little bowl where the soil moves away from the base of the stem. I guess it would be like you or me walking around with a wet jersey the whole time. You'd land up getting a cold.
I hate polar necks, man. Yeah. Okay, no, that's brilliant, man. And then just with the chili, sorry, one question that pops to mind.
Yes.
When growing your own chili, planting, can you take old chilies, plant them in the ground, and will they grow up?
Absolutely. Chili is grown very easily from seed. Of course, great to go to your local nursery and get seedlings, and you can get a nice variety. But just as easy to choose a couple of prized chilies, let them dry out on your windowsill, and come spring. The best time to plant is spring or just towards the end of winter, just to put those seeds into the soil, and you can kind of split them and space them out appropriately.
Okay, one last question.
Yes.
What is your most exciting plant that we got going here in our new look, our winter garden? What are you looking forward to the most to come to fruition?
To be honest, at the moment, I'm so into dill. I feel like it's a herb that we in South Africa don't use nearly enough. In Mediterranean countries, it's like you see everyone's walking around with big bunches of dill. I mean, it's such an easy herb to grow, but I really love the taste, and it adds so much to pickles and particularly salad. I put it in any salad that I make. Yeah, that's the one.
Dude, it's so exciting. It's such a beautiful day out here. I think we could just still chill and meditate on our beautiful new plants, but well done. I think our winter garden is looking absolutely beautiful, my friend. Hopefully we've inspired some of you out there. I think we might think of something creative to do with our chili and lime, but it is a saucy day, so maybe we've used a little bit of our dill in our next sauce. I know we are making some Prego rolls. Man, it is going to be a bun fight in the kitchen today.